So hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is my Wonder Cat coffee mug that my husband got for me from last year's Dragon Con. And today's tea is from my Sips By from June. It is the Tipson Turmeric and Chamomile tea. It has not been steeping for very long. It's got a very faint scent, so I suspect it's going to need quite a bit longer to steep, which we'll give it when we get into things. But let's go ahead and give it a taste anyway and see how it is doing right now. I did actually fill this up a little high, and she's really hot, but here we go. I think I'm getting the chamomile. I'm getting my sugar. Now, I don't know if that means that I over-sugared it or if it just needs that time to steep in. I think it just needs time to steep because the second sip wasn't as sugary. Anyway, so we'll just set that down and let it do its thing, and hopefully we'll get back to it very soon. Anyway, so today, as it says down below, we are going to shop my stash. I can just go ahead and open up my drawer and show you some things that are being taken out of the drawer, and then we'll flip you around for everything else. I think that just will be a little easier. So I have used this. I used it today on my eyes as part of the look today. I've used it a few times. It is, however, going to be put away because, as you'll see when I get to the end of the video, I'm going to have more than enough palettes this month. So this one is getting taken out. This is a complexion palette that I created. It has bronzers, highlighters, and then it has this little banana powder. And this little banana powder from Oprah was the whole reason that I kept this palette, and I'm not particularly impressed with it. So this is going to go away, and I'm going to get the banana powder I actually like out instead. This doesn't do much. It doesn't brighten much. It kind of sets under the eyes, but it actually doesn't do much, so I'm actually not very happy with it. But that means it's also ready for me to do a sample queen review on it. This is going out. I actually haven't touched this at all, but like I said, when we get to the end of the video, you'll see that I have more than enough of palettes to deal with. So this is going to go back in my bottom drawer, and I'm going to let it sit down there, and I'll probably pull it out again later at another time. I am almost done with this, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that in there. I have a couple things in here from boxes that I need to keep in here. Again, you'll see them by the end of the video. I don't even know. I've used them a couple of times. They have gotten stickier, and now I'm kind of concerned about using them. They are at least 2 years old. And I'm to the point of where I've tried them, and like I said, they're much stickier than I remember them being. I think I'm going to count these as done and just go ahead and pull them out. I do not know why it's such an effort to get me to use these, but these are going out. I think these little things go with them. So I think these are going to go out too. I'm not even going to put these in my reverse rouge. I'm just going to go ahead and toss them at this point. I'm just really concerned that that stickiness is indicative of a problem with them, and I just don't want to put them on my lips anymore. I was struggling with them before, so these were all going in the trash. I have not used this one very much this month, but I have used it enough to know that I like it. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. This one is ready for review. Haven't used this one much. It's going to stay. This Pixie by Petra Fairy Lights, I'm going to also keep. I haven't used it very much, but I'm going to keep that in there. So, as you know, I put in 2 powders last time. I am finding that for some reason the Pretty Vulgar is really making me look dry. So this is going to get put away as well. But I'm going to go ahead and keep the FitMe Matte and Poreless in there. This has been I used it today. It's been a very good setting powder. It does seem to darken some of my foundations a little bit. It'll lighten darker ones, but it's essentially a really good shade match for me right now, and It does add just a touch of color, but it doesn't have that white cast to it, and it doesn't seem to be making me look dry. So this one is going to stay. I haven't gone out enough to really darken for one of my darker bronzers, so the Flawless is going to stay. I haven't used these very much, but again, we are not quite into the real heat of summer. In fact, summer has been really weird this year. But this is my Buff Foundation, and this is my light concealer, and I'm going to keep those for now. I had 2 sets of highlighters. I had my Strobe Genius and I had my Milani. I'm going to keep the Milani for now. The Strobe Genius is going to get put away, but I'll probably pull it out throughout the month when I want to do something different, like use the purple, or let's open this up so you can see it. So if I want to use the purple or the reddish tone, or even if I want to go really high gold. I don't usually use the high gold very much. It just, because of my skin tone, the high gold actually doesn't work for me that well. But for the purple and pink, if I want to use something like that, I will probably pull this out if I want to use those. But for now, this will get put away. I did use it 2 months in a row, and I did actually use it. But I am going to keep my Milani one in there. This is a very pretty color. I did not use that today. I used this today. But it is a very pretty color with a really beautiful glow. I have 2 blushes in there right now. I have my Laura Geller, which I wore today, and I have my Alamar. I'm going to put the Alamar away for now and just keep the Laura Geller in there. I might pull out a secondary blush, but this one is going to get put away for the time being. I do have this small sample that I've been meaning to get to, and I still haven't used, but I really do need to get to at some point. So that's going to stay. And then, of course, there's my NYX Control Freak. And then the rest of these in here right now are things that I'm generally testing from boxes for the most part. I am going to keep this brow pencil in there. I'm going to try to use this up for my Reverse Rouge, so that's going to stay. And I am working on using up my Urban Decay, so that's also going to stay. So I'm going to put these away. The ones that I've pulled out, I'm going to put them away, and then I will turn on the overhead and turn you guys around, and we will talk about what we're putting in new. I don't see a whole lot going in this month, but we'll see. We'll see. Alrighty, so we're going to start in our drawers. You see I put my Pretty Vulgar back. I think I'm going to go ahead and take out the pink Ofra. I'm actually, if I want a pink, that will be a really good thing to have. This is my Milani Banana Powder. Those I have mentioned, that I mentioned earlier, that I'm going to take out and keep. Most of the rest of this in here. I'm actually going to take out this Cover FX face palette as well. I think some of these colors will look really good in the summer, especially if I start darkening up a bit. So I'm going to take that out and put that in my stash for the month. But everything else in here, no, we're going to leave that all alone. Blushes and bronzers. I don't have to worry about bronzers. For blushes, I wonder how close that is to the other one. So there is the Laura Geller I'm keeping, and there's the Milani. I'm going to put the Milani in. So I'm going to take the Milani too, and that's pretty much all I need out of here, because for any bronzer I want, I would have to be a bit darker than I am now. And these are my mini palettes. Not going to use those right now. That is a liquid color. That is a powder foundation that I'm not dark enough for yet. Yeah, nothing out of there. Alright, so next we're going to go down here into my sample box. I don't think there's too much in here. I'm actually already playing with a sample of the booster here. Let's take a look. What we got in here? What haven't I played with that I really, really want to play with? There's some lip colors. there is this. What are you? This is a Laura Geller. What are you? This is a Radiant Foundation Primer. Don't think I need that right now. What is this? This is a Carity Brow Goals. I don't think so. What are you? Hairline. Oh, this is a Pop Sugar. This is a Pop Sugar lipstick? Oh, it is a Pop Sugar lipstick. That's my husband's graduation photo, by the way. Can't get the camera to focus on it. Give me a second. Oh, I think we're gonna say no. As you can see, that's really kind of nudie on me. So I'm gonna hold off on that. What are you? This is... Are you for lips or eyes or both? This is a Rose Gold Glow. That's what the color looks like right there below the nudie lipstick. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out and put it into my stash for the month. And I think that's gonna be it. What is this? That's a foundation. That's a foundation. I'm gonna take a look at that. Might as well take a look at that. Probably is a totally wrong color, but let's take a look at that. Okay, so there is the foundation color. She's a little light, but I think I'm going to go ahead and put her in there and test her out, because I actually am pretty close to having enough foundations for a another foundation video. It'll be a little light, but that's okay. It looks like it's a little on the orange side too, but that's okay. We'll play around with that and see how that goes. Alrighty, so and over here, I think I'm gonna pull out some of these pretty zombie ones. I haven't played with them at all. And I cannot review them unless I play with them. That looks like it's a nice dark blue, so we'll take that one. That's a gold. You know what? We'll go ahead and take the gold for now. That looks gray. I'll put that in there. That one looks like she's a red, so I'll take that one. What about some of these? Not that interested right now. Okay, so there's that. So from over here, this is stuff that I have used, so I've played with it for the most part. The mascaras tend to get round robined a lot, but this is where I reach for stuff on a daily basis. I am going to take this Cella Ivory Lace highlighter. I don't use it, well, it is a highlighter, but I don't use it as a shiny highlighter. I use it to get me some bright spots on my nose and stuff like that. I'm going to take that out. I'm also going to put the Urban Decay Perversion in the thing because I've opened this, so now I need to be using it. And my NYX Worth the Hype is about done, so I'm going to go ahead and put my Maybelline Great Lash in there for the other base. All right, so this is what we've got. What's in my drawer already. This is from a box, so that's staying in there. These are the things that we talked about earlier right here that I'm working with, most of them. And of course, there's my Control Freak. That's always in here. These are the palettes that I'm working with today. I have the Tarte from BoxyCharm this month. Well, give me a minute. I'm going to open these up. Okay, so we've opened them up. This is from BoxyCharm. This is the Tarte palette. I'm not particularly happy with it because it's browns and neutrals. I don't wear a lot of browns and neutrals, but I am going to try to work with it. I do love the cover of it. I expect the shadows will perform pretty much to what Tarte normally performs as, but I don't think I'll be keeping this. I will just play around with a little bit today today. This month, July, I will play with it and more likely go to my daughter, and if she doesn't want it, I'll possibly end up putting it in Project Beauty Share. We'll have to see. But the color story just doesn't really work for me. These are palettes that I got with my Ipsies. This actually came with my Ipsy Plus. I've already been working with it a bit, but it'll stay in here because it is supposed to be one of the things that I'm reviewing. And this one was my add-on for my regular glam bag. So again, we're keeping it for review. I have played with them both a little bit, just a little bit. So we're going to keep those. I'm going to tuck these back in here out of the way while I get all this other stuff. So I'm going to work with the YSL foundation, All Hours foundation. I've never used it. Going to hopefully use that for a foundation hunt thing, even though I'm not really hunting anymore. There's my Milani blush. We'll put that in here. My Milani banana powder. And my Ofra, the pinker highlight. This is actually called Pillow Talk. She's a really pretty color. I'm gonna put that down. The Great Lash I'll put in. It'll replace my NYX when my NYX runs out as a base to other mascaras. And then of course my Perversion. I'm still not sure completely 100% what this is. It says that it is metallic gloss. But the way it went on my hand, I think it could be used for the eyes too. I don't know. I'll have to look her up and see one way or the other, but that'll go in there as well. We have, I'm going to throw these down in here, our 3 Pretty Zombies. These will be interesting to see if I actually ever get to, considering how I am about loose eyeshadows. They're okay. They're not something I gravitate towards. And when I have them, they need to be right in front of me or I don't use them. Of course, there's my Cella. This is, like I said, it brightens areas, but it's not really a highlighter to me. It just lightens areas up. There's no shine to it. That there. And, of course, the Cover FX face palette will go in here. So I'm going to put that like that. Move a few things around here. Put that in there. Then I'll put my banana powder and my bronzer together over there. My 2 highlighters and my blushes in there. This can sit, this lovely little eyeshadow can sit down here with these guys. I'll put that right there. So there's that. Alrighty then, I think, put those there. So I think that looks pretty good for now. I have my thing for my cardboards for these up on my computer, but they'll go back on it. I don't like those kind of sleeve things. They can be kind of in the way for stuff. Anyway, there we go. So we're pretty much set for next month. I've got quite a bit going on in there, I think. Like I said, we'll probably get some more eyeshadow palettes coming in. I have a palette that I'm waiting on something else before I open it. It's an indie brand. And so we're going to have plenty of palettes. I'm not too worried about having these 2 plus this neutral for the month. There's going to be more coming. Anyway, so let's get you guys turned around and we'll start closing things up. You can see that this is actually managed to oxidize a bit. The color shade may still be off, but it may actually work for right now. It's pretty close. We'll see how it works. But that's pretty much it for the day. As we all know, I will end up adding more palettes. I will end up having another palette of the month coming up very soon. And then, of course, stuff from the boxes will come in, and that will all add to the pile of stuff that I'm trying to use and test and whatever I'm doing. But I think we did pretty good for this for right now. The drawer isn't full, but it's full enough. Anyway, so that is it for the day, and I hope you like what you've seen. And if you do like what you've seen, I hope you will subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. I currently upload 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but we do have bonus videos upon occasion. I am getting ready to open up an indie brand. Got package right here. So I'm really excited about that coming up. I'm actually waiting for one more package before I do that, because, you know, I just want a little bit more than just one little thing. So we're waiting for something, and that will be coming up. Supposedly my son is supposed to have a loot crate or two to open. And of course we have our garden videos that are going to be going through October, maybe November. Probably not November, but maybe, who knows. It's been much cooler than usual, so not holding my breath for that. If any of that interests you, you'll want to go ahead and click that notification bell so you know when those get uploaded. They're all bonus. They go up randomly. They can be on a Tuesday. They can be on a Sunday. It can be any time. So yeah, hit that bell. If you're part of my notification squad, you'll want to check your subscription and your bell to make sure they're both still active. We're not having as much trouble with our bells these days. A little bit still, but you know, just check it just to make sure. Alrighty then. Which cat was that? I don't know. She's hiding. He's hiding. Oh, he went up behind me. That's Gambit. Hey, Gambit. Meow. That's Gambit. He's up in Shadow Cat's spot. Hi. And they're waiting on their flea medicine. That's supposed to be coming in tomorrow. He'll be really happy once he gets it. So now that we have bribed you with the cat, hopefully you will subscribe. But if you don't subscribe, you know you're always welcome to come back here. We love having the company. I always say that because we love having the company. We love having you come and just watch and, you know, check things out. If you do come back again, don't forget to bring your cup of tea or coffee or milk or wine or whatever you deem that you need to have a sit down and a relaxing moment at our place. Anyway, this tea has now steeped for probably at least 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. She should be at full strength. The scent hasn't changed that much. It hasn't gotten much stronger or anything. I'm really hoping this is not a tea that needs to be double bagged. I don't think I've had Tipson before, so it's quite possible this tea needs to be double bagged. But we'll give her a taste and see how she goes. Diving on in. Nope, she don't need to be double, but that's good. That's good. Okay. You do get the chamomile, you get the turmeric. I've put in the perfect amount of sugar for it. Oh, man. That is really, really good. That's really, really good. Okay. Yes. Yes. If you can get a hold of this, you may want to. That is a really good tea. Alrighty, so that's it for the day. I hope you all have a great day.